Hey guys, so in 2 months it'll be my 3-year anniversary of solo travel. So in this video I am back at my first original hostel I ever went to, and I wanted to tell you the story on why I started traveling. Konnichiwa, watashi no namae wa Julian desu. Si eres nuevo aquí, I make travel vlogs and travel tip videos for you guys, so consider subscribing. So let's just start things off. So when I was younger I used to travel quite a bit with family, you know, spring vacation, summer vacation, winter trips, that sorts of things, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's what inspired me to continue traveling like this. This all started back in 2014 when the last Hobbit film came out in the winter time.
Will you follow me? One last time.
I grew up with Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, seeing all that sorts of stuff. I grew up in the Chicagoland area, which is kind of just a concrete jungle, skyscrapers, cars, just tons of people everywhere. And in the Lord of the Rings films, their backdrop was mainly New Zealand. Of course they use CGI and that sort of stuff, but lots of the mountains and landscapes was of the actual country. So that month I bought tickets to New Zealand. I originally was going to buy tickets for 2 weeks, but then I bought it for a 1 month round trip because it was going to be the same price. So 5 months later in May, I flew out to New Zealand. When I first arrived, people told me that the taxis are super cheap, like in Southeast Asia, just like cheap, 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 cheap. Liar! So from the airport to the city center, I got a taxi and I saw the meter going up, 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 way too much, and it cost me over $90 to get there. Just from that 30-minute ride. So complete waste of money. Next time, like the time I just came on this one, just get the Skybus ticket, 18 New Zealand dollars, so much cheaper rather than I spent like $98, $96 US to get there. Terrible, just my bad on my end. So then I arrived in my first hostel ever. I had no idea what to expect, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily like the nicest hostel, it has its flukes, but this hostel is like probably one of the ones where I made the most friends ever. Like, I'm friends with like everyone still to this day. I see people when I visit their countries, we meet up, we're still in contact, and now I'm here nearly 3 years later and I'm recording in the same hostel. When I first arrived to the hostel, there's a pool table right in the reception, and some people asked if I wanted to play pool. And in the US, usually pool tables are in bars and you have to be 21, and I was only 18 at the time. So I didn't really want to play because I had no idea how to play. But I played and I was so terrible, I couldn't hit any ball. But I practiced, and I definitely got a lot better. There's still 2 people here that are still here from when I was here nearly 3 years ago, and that's Muhammad, who was staying here originally, and then he's now the manager of this hostel, completely took over.
Hello, and this morning that I have seen Julian 3 years back here in this hostel when I was guest, but today I am the manager here. I am running the place, and on a sudden he walked in and to say hello to me. I'm very happy to see him back, and I know that he's doing a very good jobs in YouTube, and I have seen some of his videos as well. So I hope that I could reach with my hostel to all of you. I wish all the very best, and I want to see him back again and again. Bye.
And also my friend Brett, who we play pool every night. Even while I'm here right now, we just play pool every night. He makes 3D origami, sells it around the city. He taught me how to make 3D origami. I made a Pokeball, which is at my house right now. And I also make these origami roses, which I usually pass out around the hostel. Across the street of this hostel, there's a slingshot ride that pulls you down and shoots you up. So I went with 2 of the friends I just met that night at the hostel, and I have this clip from 3 years ago from when we went, and it's so good. Just watch.
When? 3. No man. What? Oh my God.
So that was absolutely an amazing first night. The rest of the week was amazing, and just by the end of the week I ended up getting my first tattoo ever. That's how much I love this country. By the second week, I called my parents saying I was not going to come home. I still had 2 more weeks after that to decide whether I actually wanted to board my flight or not, but I ended up not boarding the flight, and I ended up staying in New Zealand for 3 whole months. I ended up traveling both the North and South Island in that time, meeting such amazing people, seeing the most beautiful sights in the world, and this is my favorite country. Out of every country so far, my favorite. Just amazing. After the 3 months passed, I was going to go back home. This was definitely one of the hardest decisions. I just remember going on the bus back to the airport, and there's about 15 other people from the hostel I was staying at that walked down with me. Some people started crying and were really upset, and it made me upset realizing that this is coming to an end, and whether I was making the right decision whether to leave New Zealand or not. So I ended up getting onto the bus and going to the airport and I started to tear up myself, and my heart was racing, and I left New Zealand. So leaving New Zealand, I just felt obviously just super sad, and I just really wanted to relive those moments. And I knew if I just came right back to New Zealand, I couldn't relive that. You know, people go and come and changes up. I just couldn't remake what happened. So I ended up going to all these other countries to try and relive these amazing moments. I went to Japan, Italy, Australia, and it's been amazing. That's really what has been pushing me to keep going, making these memories, try these new cuisines, meeting all these new people, pick up new languages. It's just been an amazing run so far. So I know for the next 2 years at least, I will be traveling a crap load, I guess, and definitely now making these vlogs for you guys to hopefully show you all around the world and give you ideas on things you want to do when you arrive at these places, and maybe some new things you didn't even know. So all of this is pretty much the reason on why I started traveling. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope some of these videos give you that extra push to inspire you to travel more. As usual, I'll see you guys soon.
I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.